to Al's Toy Barn. We've got the lowest prices in town. Everything for a buck.
All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the JARTCast, or I guess budget breakpoints at this point. I'm joined today by John Lupinefiasco. I guess you are the Taylor Crawford maybe, and then Rob can also maybe be the Zach for this podcast. But yeah,
Oh boy.
but yeah, today we're going to be talking about Pro Tour, upcoming set, some other fun stuff.
Yeah, and the bands.
Oh, the bands. Yeah. The most important thing that Tegan's excited about, the bands.
I'm happy.
But yeah, I guess we'll maybe just start. How's everyone doing?
I'm not. Yeah, not bad. Just getting over some sicknesses, but I'm doing okay.
You and Molly feeling better?
We're surviving.
That's good. That's good. Tegan and I had the same thing where we both got sick at the same time.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, the worst part was you were sick, and then I was like not sick the entire time you were sick. And the second you started getting better, it was just like I got hit by like a train of the flu, and I was just like dying in my bed. And you're like, hey, you gotta wake up and eat something. I'm just like,
oh.
They get you.
But speaking of sick, we had a Pro Tour.
We did. Pro Tour was cool. It was a really interesting meta spread. Like there were a lot more Teklovasins than I thought there would be. Pull it up actually.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Without seeing the meta spread, I remember the meta for Worlds in Philly was like a decent spread of heroes, but they were really all up at the top, right? Verdant's Gravy Syndra. Yokohama did have its big three of Oscilio, Victor, Marionette. But outside of that, there was still a really good representation of other heroes.
Yeah. Like I pulled it up. We got like 39 Syndras, 35 Gravy Bones, which is a hero that like people said was dead. Dash.io like 28, then Kasai and Prism, and then it starts to get into like, you know, the teens and stuff there. But yeah, like you had a lot of heroes like represented, and not just in ways of like one person's doing it. Like Riptide and Levia, they each had one person who brought that. But and there was also 3 Marlins.
But none of them converted.
None of them converted. But yeah, like, and also the day 2 and top 8 had like surprising conversions. Especially top 8. You did have, I think it was it 3 Oscilios and 2 Marionettes? Does that sound right?
The top 8, yeah.
Yeah. But then you also had like Teklovasin
and Reinar.
And Reinar in a Pro Tour top 8.
Wait, what was the last?
No, Reinar? There was a Victor,
Reinar, Teklovasin.
Marionettes.
3 Oscilios, right?
2 Oscilios.
Yeah, there's 3 Oscilios, 2 Marionettes.
I think Michael Hamilton was the third one.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Oscilio, Marionette, Victor, Reinar, Oscilio, Teklovasin. Which is crazy.
Yeah. This Teklo thing seemed pretty interesting.
It is interesting.
I guess James White was like, he made good on the, like, we're trying to make Teklovasin whole from Compendium came out.
Yeah, I remember when we did our Compendium episode, I like wanted to like make that episode as like a gotcha. You know, they're not going to figure this out, and they did. They crushed it. They really understood like how to make these heroes work. I like the fact that we have like Olympia coming as a real deck, and like this doesn't look awful. Has me pretty excited for like kind of every hero, bar a few, but like I think they could make any hero work if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think especially with Teklo, it really kind of goes to show how much he was being held back by like the Evo Steel Souls costing 4. And so just having a new set of equipment that makes it so you don't have to pitch 2 cards for those is like so good. And then just also having cards that go and get Evos so that you're no longer just kind of like, okay, I hope I can block them. Like the deck plays like a real deck and not just kind of like a pile of the best generics that you can find and like some gem lock, which is kind of what it used to be. Like you could bring it into a metagame full of Guardian and expect to do well, but like now it's like a real deck. Like I lost to a Teklo in my top 8 of my ProQuest. And it was a Teklo that I like absolutely trounced in Swiss at the RTN season before Compendium. And with the new cards, it was like, oh, like this is kind of a lot harder to play
Yeah,
into. I also got like horrible gravy hands. Probably the worst gravy hands I think I've ever had. But it was still like a real deck, which is cool.
So I found the CC breakdown for Worlds Philadelphia.
Mhm.
It looks like more than 50% of the meta was the top 3 decks, and for Yokohama, the top 50% of the or 50% of the meta was not the top 3 decks. You were more likely to play against something that was not Oscilio Marionette Victor than you were to play against them, which is cool. But yeah, James White making good on his promise.
And
Make
then,
Teklevasin a real deck.
and then the finals was an Oscilio mirror.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really cool.
And then
Like
over in
still
the
like
calling,
no
Marionette won that one too. So like the 2 best decks still won both tournaments.
yeah,
But
yeah.
until that point,
It was pretty sick.
I mean, over in the calling had Reinar in the finals of all things.
that is cool. Like it's also cool that Evan won. Like yeah, I don't know. I think it's also it's kind of interesting that this is kind of going to be the last hurrah for this hero. Uh
Well, we don't
in a
know
lot of
like, what it's
ways.
gonna look like.
Well, it's not going to look like this anymore, that's for sure.
No.
Maybe.
Like I can't
Um,
imagine a world where this combo survives, given what's going to happen.
No, I'm real curious to see what's going to happen with old Oscilio. Like old Oscilio is going to do the Gone in a Flash combo a lot better than new Oscilio will because he won't be feeling his own value on the ponders. But yeah, there's just like not a payoff anymore. It's like what I'm theory crafting new Aurora and thinking, so how are you going to beat like fatigue? How are you going to beat block slap guardian? And you can get there with this lightning greaves combo. And like that's what Aurora is going to do, I think, unless they show us like a new flicker wisp type card. But that's just like Aurora, it's more like this is out of necessity. That's we do it in one specific type of matchup, and for everything else, we've got like you're doing just general aggro stuff. For old Acilio, like that's your thing. Like you do that. If you're not doing that, just play new Acilio. So I'm jumping ahead to the bands, but I don't know what old Acilio is going to look like, or if they're just saying, yeah, don't worry about that hero.
He's gone.
Yeah.
I think he's. Yeah, I don't know. It's the hero power. I think is probably better on the old Acilio, but like losing 2 life is a cost. So I'm curious, but like him not like the new weapon is so much worse than the old weapon.
I want to get
So
the
it's-
baby rattle.
Yeah. This,
I want that to try to catch on.
it looks like yeah, like I have like a not like a rant, but like I've been thinking a lot about this new weapon in Oscilio, and I think it actually is a really interesting weapon because I feel like it does work with old Oscilio.
Mhm.
Because but it's not doing the thing that OG Volzar did, which really feels like a thing of like they came up with that pre-tome ban and they're like, well, that's his weapon, so it's fine. Um like there's just like things that feel like really old fab where like the thought processes for like how offense in the game works like isn't the same as it is now. And I think Rosetta was like probably like Hunted also had it too, but Rosetta really had that still just like
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is like too much. Like the numbers are wrong.
Yeah.
What these do is wrong.
Well,
uh,
those are like made sense in the context of the set.
mhm,
Rosetta was the first set that I remember that LSS started this deal of like, here is a hero. They're about half of the way there, and we're going to give you the other half over the next 3 sets.
yeah.
Like Florian and Aurora both came out pretty much complete. Like Aurora LL'd in 6 months. Florian would have gotten there a little bit slower, but faster than he did if they hadn't banned Germinate.
Yeah.
But Verdance and Acilio just came out as like you're really missing a payoff. And if you play the hero for long enough, you'll understand you're missing something. And over the next few sets, we're going to drip feed it to you. So Volzar made sense in the context of this is a hero this is an incomplete hero. You kind of have to jerry rig and like MacGyver this shit to put a good turn together. And in that context, Volzar is pretty cool because it is greater than the sum of its parts. But then flash forward 3 sets, and now the hero is really good and has a complete card pool. And now the sum of its parts is like, well, every individual part is already above rate. So the sum of those is pretty fucking broken.
Here's I guess a question. When do you think Oscilio had a complete card pool?
I see.
Because
High
I see is
seas.
kind of where
Yeah,
I
when
think.
did we
Is that
get
when the
consigned
new shock?
on
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That
As
was
soon as he
I
got the
think-
zero cost shock, I was like, this hero's done. He doesn't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got one more.
You got one more. Yeah, like High Seas, I think, kind of took Oscilio and made it into like a real hero, and then Compendium printed Temporal Wobble, which frankly like did not need to exist in a world where
No.
Volzar was a thing. I also my UI beat an Oscilio round one. I got paired in the same Oscilio round one that I got paired into like the last time we did PQs. In the same store. I think even the same seat at the same store, which is kind of crazy. And he's like, this is weird. I'm like, I know, and I'm upset. But like it was a turn where I'm like, okay, all I gotta do is just draw enough blues where I can conk into swing my swapping on board. And he had like 3 temporal wobbles in hand, and he just saw me cracking all this gold. And I'm like, cool, attack into this. He's like, yeah, like if you played any of those non-attacks, I would have had you, but like this sucks. I'm like,
Yeah.
doesn't for me. I feel great. Like I'm having a good time. But
Powerful.
yeah, oh, it felt so good. That was the only Oscilio I had to play against too. I was so happy.
Nice.
But yeah, like I think that Temporal Wobble went overboard.
But I
to at least.
think to your point, Tegan, about the tomes, I have heard through the grapevine, I won't give you the source on camera, but I have heard that Ellen says did expect Oscilio to be the broken one out of the gate. Like
Yeah,
it
that
ended
makes
up being
sense.
Aurora, but I think to your point, the tome ban, like we know that they are a year ahead in development. I'm sure they were testing Oscilio with tomes and thought this is going to be the broken one, so we don't need to worry about it.
Well, that with tomes, the hero breaks itself, right? Because you
Yeah.
just channel Thunderstep, and then you can Tome of Aetherwind or Tome of Fyendal, and you can do the Kano thing, like not as well as Kano, because like you're able to play him as an instance, but yeah, you can essentially just like, okay, cool, draw 2, go again, draw 2, go again, like Aether Flare, and I was excited for that. I thought that's what it was going to be, and then the tomes got banned, and I lost all interest in the hero. So I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I like with the hero ability, I kind of thought like, oh, maybe it's like you put instance in your graveyard, you flash it back like Snapcaster Mage, and that's not what it was. It was just like a way to like dig to your combo pieces for the most part. So the hero like was a thing that like I have not had any desire to play basically since it came out. And I'm not sad that this iteration of Oscilio with old Volzar and Somersault and CLV and all this stuff is no longer going to exist in May. I think it's actually quite healthy for the game, especially that this guy gets some nerfs because I'm sick of this guy.
Yeah. He's pretty good, it seems.
Yeah. Turns out that being just throw like 8 more power on top of the thing is good. But I've been talking with some of the NorCal guys, and one of them pointed out like new Volzar Baby Rattle is like it is a good weapon. If you're doing the thing, if you can activate it, it's Ira every turn cycle. Like you're just adding 1 point. And if you're amping 1, so if you're still doing like, not that you're still going to do Mind Warp, but if you are doing like a Mind Warp and etchings, Destructive Aether Tide, like you're still tonal tying one of their pieces of equipment because they have to play 81 to stop you from surging with this. You're still like doing a thing. It's just compared to old Volzar, which is so incredibly broken now. Yeah, this looks terrible in comparison, but this is a really good weapon.
I mean, we've already seen some of the new wizard cards, so like amp is still going to be a big part of the card pool, and like we're still going to be amping for big surges. So it's like I think we'll probably lean more into the heavy like arcane spells rather than going attack, 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 big spell at the end. So I think the
Which
hero's
is
going to look,
fine. Like Aurora can be the attack, attack, attack lightning one.
yeah,
Oscilio can be the big spell one, and then Ziggy will just be broken.
sure.
Probably.
And I
Yeah.
don't know what we now have Oscilio 1 and 2. I mean, I think we've already kind of beat this to death, but it's like I don't know what the fuck these heroes are going to do different. They seem exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, since we're talking about new cards and Pro Tour, we might as well talk about like the keynote and a lot of the spoilers.
Mm.
So keynote happened. They revealed the new mastery pack, which is Warrior. Um, did they spoil the full armory deck at the keynote, or is that slightly before?
Before.
Yeah.
Before. Well,
was
okay,
before.
so yes, it was armory deck Olympia in addition to mastery pack Warrior.
What we've all
And
wanted.
then we got some new we got plenty of new warrior cards, but we also got a first look at the baby rattle. We got a look at Aurora's new weapon, Scorpio, and some cards.
commons.
Yeah, commons, rares, maybe? Rares,
Yeah,
yeah, commons and
Draft
rares.
Draft.
Yeah. So none of us are huge warrior players, but we will talk about it. But I do want to talk to the Aurora guy. Why don't you walk us through your how you felt about Scorpio from reveal to now? Because I feel
Yeah.
like I know that your opinion has kind of like morphed and evolved.
Yeah. No, I've 180'd on Scorpio, which is weirdly the same way that I 180'd on Starfall, where they showed us Starfall, and I said, wow, that's shitty. And then over the course of 12 hours, came to think, oh, actually, this is really good. Uh, Scorpio, I saw, thought, wow, that sucks. And then over the course of 12 hours, thought, well, that's really good. It functions totally differently. Uh, but that is, I think, a product of new Aurora functioning totally differently than old Aurora. Like we know from how old Aurora ended up that you could just play with like minimal blues, very rarely activating her hero power, and just play a bunch of 0 for 4 go agains with the generic card pool and the elemental card pool and some lightning stuff thrown in. And new Aurora is not really going to get to do that. More often, you are pitching to activate your hero power, which means that you're creating lightning flow in ways that we haven't seen yet. But what we got from Dashing Flashfoot being this like quick strike being a keyword for Aurora, saying if it has go again, something happens, makes us think, okay, we're going to be giving go again to a lot of stuff. And Flashfoot at rare, saying when this deals damage to a hero, create an embodiment of lightning token, makes me think it isn't just going to be activating her hero power. We're going to be getting embodiments from other stuff too. So rather than, as with old Aurora, being Starfall kind of being the glue so that you could play more finishers than you could realistically play in any given turn. You just get to pitch one into Starfall. Scorpio says, well, you might be playing more finishers, but you're going to be making embodiments. A lot of stuff is going to have go again. So Scorpio is just, it is your finisher. Like it is Symbiosis shot for Aurora because
Mhm.
you just, it's the payoff. You did it. You did go again. Here's an extra 2 damage.
Damage is not bad.
Yeah, it's like not bad at all.
Although that being said, if we are going to warrior meta, Dynamos gets a little bit scary, but
yeah,
Dynamo is something I'm afraid of for sure. And
it
like I
being
can't
one
just
on hit one is a little bit not a little bit, a lot of bit worse than Rosetta Thorn. Like that's not even a fair comparison. But
oh, absolutely.
yeah,
If I'm playing Runeblade and we're going into a warrior meta, I'm not afraid.
that's fair.
that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know if you can make that point though. Like, yes, conceptually, based on 4 years of Flesh and Blood history, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't give a shit about Warrior. I'm gonna stomp on Warrior. Runeblade is way better than Warrior, but they're getting Mastery Pack Warrior. And like we've just been talking about, look how good Teklevasan is now after getting a set of support. I don't know if Runeblade is still going to stomp all over Warrior anymore. Like for all I know, Olympia is going to be a really good deck.
But
Like
what if
people are telling me Hala is really good numbers, and if she can defend well and play well on small hands, and Aurora just doesn't have the on hits because Channel Lightning Valley isn't is banned, then maybe Hala is going to be a real threat to Aurora.
What if Mastery Pack Warrior contains yellow Fearless and
Another gravy.
and another
gravy
and another gravy generic that he can use, and all of the warrior cards are bad? I can't imagine. I feel like they did it. I feel like um at some point in development with Mastery Pack Guardian, they kind of realized that like the stuff that they were cooking was kind of burning. So I think that they like went back to the drawing board and kind of were like, okay, like let's like make sure the next one's going to be like far more like a real Mastery Pack or what people want.
I think they learned their lesson from combining
I-
Armory Deck Volta and Mastery Pack Guardian.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of it, but I also think I don't think Mastery Pack Guardian is as bad as people say. I think it sucks, kind of post MSC with Rosetta, but like we're seeing how good that deck, like these things are. Like great, like I can't
Set
tell you how many
had good
people are
cards.
complaining to me about Victor. Like Victor is a
Yeah.
really hard deck to play into if your deck can't play into it well. Like it
Mhm.
fucking sucks to play into him.
I think that's not even is that a Mastery Pack Guardian problem or is that a Remembrance problem? I don't
Test of
know.
Iron Grip is the big problem. I
There's
think.
nothing. Yeah, Test of Iron Grip you can't get back with Remembrance, so it's fine.
No, but like Test of Iron
right?
Grip is from Mastery Pack, and like
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the big card people hate
I think that
because
card-
like a lot of these other decks
Saying
can like
Remembrance
compete
is
with
fine.
it.
Yeah, that card's fine. Remembrance is the problem.
Remembrance is fine.
I think Remembrance is fine.
Remembrance-
All right, keep Remembrance, ban Gold Dynasty.
something like that. I don't know. I pair into like so many Victor decks that are just doing like triple Remembrance, like triple Golden Age State, and then every block card in the game. I'm like, oh, okay.
Master Pack Warrior, I'm also like, I'm not a Warrior player, but I am excited that you can draft it as well, and it's not
Yes.
just crack shuffle play.
Yeah.
That rocks. We also have we have Golden Grail. So there's an Olympia weapon now. So it's not
Yeah.
just you put every generic in the game that blocks well and Hard to Find All and Decimator Great Axe and call it a day. Yeah, so like it seems like there's like a commitment to taking heroes that have essentially like because the story with like Olympia and Betsy is interesting because it's like, well, we made them for limited and we thought why not just make adult heroes, and the reason that they kind of found out that making them into adult heroes with no real intention of like making them viable CC heroes like sucked for a lot of people, because there were people who immediately were like, I want to play as Betsy or Olympia, and then the heroes have just been like, well, why don't you play a different hero in the class that's better? So seeing that Olympia or Betsy is like actually looking to get juice with this set is pretty cool. And the reprinting of Valiant Dynamo.
Yeah, the Dynamo reprint is sick. We're still.
I think the
yeah,
Dynamo. Yeah, that's like my biggest like thing about this set is the Dynamo reprint.
When are we getting Betsy's log? That's what I want, because we didn't get it in Mastery Pack Guardian, which would have
Mastery
been the
Pack Guardian.
logical place. We didn't get it in Compendium.
Would have been a logical place as
Did
well.
people actually want a Betsy log? I feel like that could actually be toxic. Like if it's just like another rock, I feel like that could.
I
mean,
I also don't think the bad thing about Betsy is the weapon. Like she just needs good
No.
cards. Like her weapon is great. Like she can play NFOs and it works really well.
Her
Yeah.
weapon is fine. She just kind of needs like a way to deal with React slop, basically.
She'll be able to play Anothos forever too.
Which is
Morale
nice.
not very good either.
Yeah. I know those the card that always exists.
Oh, it's not Sledge either. That sucks.
What I'm looking for in the comments, someone watching this video who loves Olympia, tell me what about Olympias you love. Because I've been thinking about it and I'm like, okay, the ability is very bland. Gold is the payoff. And flavor wise, he's a guy. And not even like
He's a
the
gladiator.
Hawkeye fans for Avengers. Like it's endearing that he's just a guy. As far as I'm aware, he's a guy.
He's a gladiator.
He's a gladiator.
Fantasy
We did a
world.
whole F tier Fridays where we got like a copy, well, not a copyright strike, but they're like, you can't use that song from Gladiator in the video. And like I did like I'm like, yeah, he's like Maximus from the first Gladiator, which is the good one.
Is that the idea? Is that
Are you telling me you didn't like Gladiator 2?
That.
No, I didn't like Gladiator 2. It's like, aside from like Denzel Washington and the scene with like Dondas, I don't think it's a very good movie. like Denzel Washington is like a good actor, but that movie is like dumb.
Just okay. So if that's the idea, someone in the comments, let me know what is it about Olympia because I don't get it. He's not endearing like Hawkeye. He's not like using the gold like Iron Man or Batman. I mean, Iron Man's Tech Levosson, so that's that character identity. But like, he's a guy. What is it about just a guy that really gets you going?
Who would be Batman?
Well,
Would it be Victor? Like he uses the power of money.
yeah.
I think
bones?
it'd be Lion.
Well, Lion's
Lion has got to be
Two-Face.
Batman.
Why is Lion Two-Face?
He's got the card Two-Face.
He's got the two.
You know what? You're so right. Holy. Yep.
What we need is a secret lair.
Yeah, we need secret lair
No.
Batman.
That's what this game needs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
secret lair. Also, along with other Warrior news, demo deck Dorinthia, which is kind of cool. There's now a red run through, and the advertising for like the new player pathway with it is it's like the journey from the first game to the first real deck starts here. So it seems like they really do intend to like have the demo deck be a thing where like, okay, yeah, like if you like this, then here is Mastery Pack Warrior. You can start putting in cards from there, and it's not like this weird randomized packet of Balda Armory deck cards like Mastery Pack Guardian was. So first looks at MPW, it seems very promising, and I hope it comes out good.
There's
I'm a big
good
fan.
cards in here too. With the red run through, there's blue run through now.
Yeah, have you
For
seen that?
people who like Silver Age, I know that a big sticking
Have we
point
seen
that I
blue
heard
run
from
through?
people coming from Blitz to Sage was that there's no Dorinthia Quicksilver Prodigy in Sage, and now there is. That's cool.
Is there blue run through?
Yeah, it's on. Go to the Mastery Pack Warrior spoiler page on Fabry.
Okay,
cool,
I'll do that
okay.
later.
Sweet. Okay, that's cool.
Seem-
I'm a huge fan of these like blocks they're putting out where they're like, all right, here's a demo deck, here is an armory deck, here is a mastery pack you can buy. This is a much cleaner version of what they tried to do for Mastery Pack Guardian. And the fact that like Skirmish coming up in next week or 2 weeks from now has like all these warrior promos. So it's like here's a really big on ramp, kind of being like, here, play warrior, and it gives the kind of all the support you need for that. It kind of sucks if you don't care about warrior, but I think for the people that are excited about warrior, it's a really nice boost.
There have been some people waiting on warrior.
Yeah. There's people who seemed really disappointed that it was warrior, but to me it was like the thing that made the most sense. Like if I had to
warrior needs to top order.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Like it does.
So
it's the only class where it hasn't had a hero LL at this point is warrior.
So what else would you want? We know we're getting one more mastery pack this year. Like what other class do you think really
Ranger.
needs this level of help?
Ranger, holy
Ranger,
Ranger.
please God.
Ranger has like one of the worst card pools. Like most of the good Marlin cards are not actually Ranger cards; they're just pirate cards.
Yeah,
I
can
like
see
a joke.
Yeah.
Like the stuff from Compendium, your majestic weapon was a weapon that doesn't even work in CC.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I mean, it works in
It's an
CC.
easy
It's just
weapon.
not good.
It does technically.
It does
technically play in CC.
You can play it in UPF, but someone who played UPF once told me that it's also not very good because the person diagonally across from you is not attacking you; they're attacking your direct opponent. So why would you attack them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's rough. But yeah, I think I kind of hope it's Ranger. I can also see through my like cope goggles here that it's Mastery Pack Wizard and we get Blaze. Yeah, so I don't know. Either of those would be great.
Or are you getting Young Blaze?
I know we're getting Young Blaze. I want Adult Blaze. I don't want Young Blaze.
Yeah.
I want VCC with a wizard.
I think Mastery Pack Ranger makes sense, and they can give us new Azalea. I'd also, I kind of want to see them. I don't know how they do it as far as like draft or crack shuffle play. I'd like to see them add Elemental Ranger, and that's how we get new Lexi. Because the Lexi players that I know are hurting, and they've been hurting for 3 years.
All right. Can you cope with me for a couple minutes here?
Yeah,
let's talk about Monarch 3 real quick. It's like we know that's our last end of the year, right? So we
Yeah.
just got
Well-
Master Attack Warrior, right? So that means I probably wouldn't expect
Yes.
Light Warrior. Like I just like I wouldn't expect them to go Warrior, and we're getting Wizard Runeblade.
They did Assassin almost 2 sets in a row, so
Yeah, but like that's their favorite child. They don't love Warrior that much.
No, they do
We're
not.
getting Runeblade, Wizard, Illusionist. I don't think we're gonna get Illusionist in like back-to-back draftable sets either. I could see us getting like I think Runeblade will come back. And I expect like Runeblade and Brute at least. But I'm curious what the other classes are going to be in that set. I really hope like we get a Ranger somehow, like because if like this is a set they said they haven't really done anything like this before, so like bringing back heroes like Lexi and Icelander coping would be kind of cool.
what if it's Assassin Ninja X? And it's like we lied.
We lied.
Just fucking boomed you.
I don't know. I'm curious as to what it is. Like, I've heard rumblings here and there about like, ooh, what if it's this? But like, I don't know, nothing concrete.
Could also be something new.
It could be something new. It could literally just be Monarch 3. I don't know. I just want to play like I don't want to play Oscilio. I want to play I want to play a wizard that is like a real wizard, right? And isn't lightning. I don't want 2 Oscilios. This is like not what I wanted. I don't know what the new Oscilio does. I'm gonna put it up on the screen because I will have
You can pay 1 and tap it to discard something, and then
something with instance.
I mean,
Probably.
it is kind of Snapcaster Mage. Like, to your point, you discard an instant, you discard a card, create a ponder. If an instant was discarded this way, you may play it this turn.
Oh, that
You
seems
are-
okay. That seems
You
actually
can't like
kind of
bank the instant for later, but you can do cool and you can do cool stuff with like discarding instants, boarding your plan. You can do it offensively or defensively. I know not in the keynote, but at some point James White said counterburn. His idea being that like we're used to Oscilio doing everything on his turn, but with new Oscilio playing at instant speed, you can do things on your opponent's turn. Like you can discard a cloud cover and then play it, and then Volzar someone. Like these are things you can do.
I don't know. That sounds a lot better than old Oscilio, but also I want to play Blaze. I want to opt. I want to play Gaze the Ages. I want Kaner 2, same ability, 40 health.
I don't know. Like I know TCG developers love Counterburn. It's like a favorite child. I have yet to see it like put together well. Like I think it's like an archetype that just like doesn't really work. But we'll
Why do
see.
you say that?
Okay. So how does Counterburn win games? Let's talk about it. Like the idea is you're supposed to be like, okay, I burn you out and I counter your spells, but like burning out like doesn't work towards like fighting for like it's just like there's no synergy between like counter spells and burn magic.
Well, do we know that do you think that this is going to be like a counter spell like style wizard? I mean, I know they have Temporal Wobble is the name of the card, but like I kind of hope we don't see more of that because
like Wobble is not particularly well received.
yeah, it's not like you can't. Okay, so it's like it would be interactive if the game was built around that, right? But because it is a piece of interaction, but the game is like so not like set up for that right now that it feels like this card from a different card game almost.
It definitely does,
that
but like
exists for one guy.
I think kind of more onto it is just like that. Even in any game I've ever played, Counterburn doesn't really work. It just like doesn't do the thing that you say it does because it's like if you're playing burn spells to kill somebody, you're just trying to kill them, right? You're not like trying to extend out these long games. And if you're playing counter spells, you kind of want to just like sit a threat down and protect it with counter spells. So like they don't really want to work too. Like you can use like counters to stop things and then burn to clear things out, but it's like that's not really what I think people are talking about when they talk about counters.
Yeah, like when I saw like there's like Jeskai Control back in like Guilds of Ravnica Standard. You know, we're talking about Magic the Gathering, but whatever, let's go for it. I played that And like a lot of the burn in Jeskai Control was like just send at your opponent's creatures because the goal was to slam Niv Mizzet on the table and just proceed to win the game through like a big dragon and pings. And like you're not like just like sending direct damage at your opponent's face most like there's
Yeah.
better things that you can do with those cards. And so like and Fab is weird because like if you think about it in like an abstract way, all attacks are in Fab are just burn spells. It would be like almost one to one what it is, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then
Allies are like the only real.
yeah, like the thing that you would do if you wanted to have like a control deck, right? Like a Magic the Gathering control deck, what you would do is you'd give Gravy Bones something that could counter his opponent, right? Because like you do what Aurora did in the Shapeshifter Cube and play Rigor Mortis and swing it into Zack every turn until he dies. uh, so like I definitely see where you're coming from. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's not like literally counterburn. I kind of hope it's not like Oscilio is going to counter all of your cards and then like deal 3 to you with Waning Moon every turn. I don't I don't think that that's a great way to do like a wizard style deck. It worked with Icelander, right? Like Icelander was like a very interesting way to build that deck.
Yeah.
With like like what she could play at instant speed from her
Yeah.
arsenal, and then also sometimes like arsenaling your red cards that did a bunch of damage, but then it's like, well, your opponent doesn't know what's in your arsenal, right? And so that almost had that. But yeah, I don't know. I I'm apprehensive as to how much of that it's going to be. I do like that he said explicitly you're playing on your opponent's turn. Um, this was a thing that I hated about Rosetta was how action phase everything was for the Wizards. I think I complained loud enough, maybe.
Well, so you've got this like, okay, so Cosmic Suture is a new card. It's a Lightning Wizard instant, cost 2, prevent the next 4 damage that we've dealt to you this turn. It has the keyword Starfall. If an instant card has been put into your graveyard this turn, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. So your 2-card play pattern with Suture and a blue is on your opponent's turn, they attack you with a thing. You activate a Cilio, you discard Cosmic Suture, you play it from your graveyard because of Oscilio's power. You make a ponder. The Starfall ability triggers. You respond with Volzar, and then you shoot them for 2. So you have done effectively a 2-card 9 because you prevented 4 damage, shot them for 2, and drew a card with ponder. Like that's really above rate. That's a really good interaction, and that's at common. So I think his counterburn is like not going to be counter in the sense of temporal wobble, which is what we all think of because we all played Magic.
Yeah.
They're talking about it like counter burn, as in, like Tegan said, an attack is a spell.
Yeah.
An attack is, damage.
And
So you
preventing
are
damage
countering
is
the
a
damage
counter.
by preventing it, or somehow interacting with their damage and then shooting them at instant speed with your 0-cost amp 1 weapon.
Cosmic Suture actually seems cool. Like, look, I'm reading this. Like,
Yeah, you discard it, you play it from your graveyard, and then
it's Starfall thing. Yeah, that actually is neat. But
God, they're
yeah,
starting
I
to
think
really.
so. Like, yeah, I think that these new Lightning Wizard things are actually like far more interesting than the Rosetta ones. Like, I think there's new design space. I like Volzar Meteor Storm as a card. I think it's like the baby rattle. I think it's a better thought out weapon than Vol.
Yeah.
The original. What is the original one? Volzar the lightning rod?
Yeah.
I remember it. Okay, so we might as well talk about the upcoming BNR on Thursday, May 28th, because
the doozy.
oh my god. So this is the first time they've done a hey, just so you know, these cards are about to be banned, so don't go, oh my god, I can't wait to spec on, or oh boy, I can't wait to play with, etc. So Thursday, May 28th, 2026, They're going to announce the results of the first round of Silver Age voting, which is cool. And there
Yeah.
will also be a banning, at a minimum, the following cards in CC: Channel Lightning Valley, Electromagnetic Somersault, Phantom Tidemaw, Reaping Blade, Skyward Serenade, and Volzar the Lightning Rod. We are preemptively disclosing these bans so players can engage with Omens of the Third Age preview season with knowledge of these upcoming changes. He just does this, by the way. This is like his favorite. These decisions will be explained in full come our next announcement. So this, because the BNR was kind of just like they unbanned Scepter and Rootbound, and it was kind of like oh whatever. Like the second part of this, the hey, just so you know, like enjoy Oscilio while you can. Like I think I saw people like having problems over Discord. Like I could see people depressed via just the comments.
It's me. I'm people.
Yeah. And then I was like, I posted, I was just being mean to people. I was laughing so hard at Volzar. I feel a little bit bad for you, John, but like, oh man, does it feel good that Volzar's
Yeah, having it regularly be like 8 to 10 amp on like the combo turn was like kind of getting old, I feel like.
Yeah.
so old,
Yeah.
and now it's gone.
And I think the cards that they like put in the game to try to like temper it did not work.
Yeah.
Like the big one being Arcane Compliance.
Yeah.
Which no one
this will work
plays.
because all of his arcane damage comes from instant speed shots.
Yeah.
No, this was I didn't feel as bad as some people did. I heard a rumor that someone in the Aurora Discord like just quit the game. They read this and was like, nah,
We're done.
I'm done.
That's rough.
I mean,
That is rough.
I didn't love it. Say that. It was probably harsher to LSS than I should have been. It's like take the emotion out of it, or like you lost your favorite card, or someone else lost their favorite card and you love it. The fact that they announced the bans 2 months early is like incredible. This is actually really good for players at US Nats because now you're not going to spend the next 2 months saying like, "Ooh, let's really like we
That's
can break
this card.
Oscilio this way," or like, "I'm going to break Aurora with the spoilers." Because now we just know like, okay, anything you were going to do with Channel Lightning Valley, don't worry, don't do that anymore. That's gone now.
Yeah.
Like,
Allow me to just be a little bit of a devil's advocate here because I think that they could go even further. I think what they should have done is post announcement. They should have said, hey, we have we have a BNR coming with a couple cards that are getting banned preemptively. I think they should have said like just early on, trailer drops. Not every card is coming back for Lightning because there's a lot of people I know that went and bought CLVs.
Yeah.
Some were CF, some were signed by artists, and just dropped a few $100 and just lost it like without even getting to play with the cards, which sucks.
Let me.
I agree with
Go
that.
for it then.
Yeah, we sold our CLVs like maybe a week or two before the ban.
Yeah, you were like, it's probably going to get banned, and then
I didn't know it was gonna get banned, but I'm like, there's like a good like we do not like play Oscilio regularly, so we just had like a full Oscilio deck. I'm like, I want to get rid of this.
Let me be the devil's advocate for like the devil's advocate. So I think, and there's a lot of people that I like a lot who've expressed the sentiment of like, I can't believe CLV's banned. I want to know, like, why on earth did you think that card wasn't going to get like, okay, like I know
I'm with you.
Yeah, that card to me is like, it's like, okay, well, like this would suck to have in the game and then have a bunch of lightning support. It would like absolutely like it would be awful. It would be like puke to play a game where it's like, oh yeah, like CLV, which is already one of the best, like a really good card, right? Like an excellent card advantage engine. Yeah, that card is still around. Also, we're just like completely like, hypercharging the lightning card pool. Like there's a bunch more lightning cards, so Volzar is going to be even better. Like Skyward Serenade is going to be even better. Somersault's going to be even better. Phantom Time and Reaping Blade are like different things. Like I think I'm not like I understand kind of why it was banned for Ziggy. I'm sure there's something stupid.
The funny part about that card in particular is that card like kind of never saw play.
Yeah, it saw play in Enigma a little bit, and then people realized there's better things to do. And then Reaping Blade is no, you should play with Scorpio.
But yeah,
Yeah.
the funny part about that card, that card is like almost foreboding because like how many instants or like how many auras or what does it trigger off of auras, right?
Yeah, Phantom Tide Maw.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I think it, like every time you make an aura, it like gets a counter or something.
It's
What's funny about Phantom Tide Maw is Ghostly Touch is still around. Like that, it's Phantom Tide Maw on equipment.
whenever
Whatever
an
they were played up with
illusionist
Tide Maw, Ghostly Touch is still going to do.
True.
it's whenever an illusionist card you control is destroyed, but also a power
Oh.
counter on it. So yeah, it is Ghostly Touch. Well, I mean, I guess Ghostly Touch you have to like commit to an arm slot, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think when I saw Omens, I was like, well, they better ban some of these stupid lightning cards, or I'm just gonna not play during Omens. And to their credit, they're like, hey, we are banning a lot of those cards. Cards that there's a couple cards that are not on this list that I frankly wish were on this list. Like I wish Mind Warp was on there. And I wish
Mind Warp's fine.
Mind Warp is like Mind Warp's one of the most miserable cards I think in the game. I hate that it's Surge because it'll either never happen, right? Or it is just going to happen and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's like the exact worst kind of effect to have on a Surge card. And I hate it. And so like I'm disappointed that it's still around. I guess like Oscilio will still be able to hurt people. And personally I wish Ghana Flash is on there, but that's just me being spiteful.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go the Ghana Flash direction.
They said there's more cards coming potentially, so you know,
Yeah, this is
I'm
at a
optimistic.
minimum.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, there are other
completely
cards. There's cards from other heroes that I would like to see on this list, but this is very clearly like the three classes that are coming out. We are addressing them in this future BNR.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I would be shocked if Marionette doesn't get something banned from it on Thursday, May 28th.
What would you ban from Marionette?
Oh, T-Tox. If I could ban one card from
never
Marionette,
mind.
T-Tox. If I could
Yeah.
ban two cards, T-Tox, Savor Bloodshed.
Yeah.
Cool.
100%.
That was a dumb question. I should have just guessed.
The card like completely disincentivizes you from ever wanting to block everything. Anything is like very toxic.
I think they should unban Shard the Hype.
For Channel Lightning Valley, why? So, as an Aurora player, I understand why CLV, Somersault, Serenade are all banned. It's unfortunate though; those are also the three most fun cards in Old Aurora. But like, they were fun because they were really strong. It's like saying that playing Bond Zen is really fun.
It
It's
was
fun.
fun.
Because it's broken. You're doing broken things.
A lot of fun.
So I understand why these two were
broken.
broken. My thing with CLV was CLV and Aurora was just like it did everything. It did everything you wanted it to do. It was an on hit. It was instant synergy. It was lightning synergy. It was pitch. It made your Starfall do a thing. So you got to do all this stuff.
Yeah,
and I understand why
that's why it's
banned, but
gone.
my take on it was we've got like CLF in Ice is a card that will never ever be banned. Felling of the Crown is in Earth will never be banned. Codex of Frailty will never be banned from Assassin. So my take was
Or Ranger.
or Ranger. So my take was like Chum will never be banned from Gravy. My take was make CLV the like this is the lightning talent pool. If you ever make anything that's more broken or like becomes broken with CLV, don't print that card. Like have CLV be the pinnacle of lightning.
I've got a couple.
That was my take on it.
There's because I have some feelings on this as well. The first thing is I don't understand how you can print CLV as soon as you banned every card that says draw 2 in the game.
I know.
Like within like
because CLV
30
says
minutes of
draw
each other.
one.
Oh,
yeah, but you're
I
drawing
see.
several cards off CLV. There's no way, that card draws 2 every time.
It's the same thing with Cerebellum, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
You can't have CLV in Illusionist. Like it's just You can't have
Yeah.
Waning Moon CLV. That just doesn't fucking
Okay, well, to my point, if you print something that breaks CLV, don't print that thing.
Okay, so
Don't
that
print
actually
Ziggy.
like I have 2 points to that. So the first about like the well, don't print it if it breaks this. Um, so in Magic the Gathering, a game that we've all played, Mark Rosewater talked about, I think it was Mark Rosewater, but they talked about Tinker, which is a card that's banned everywhere because of what it does. And what that card does is it says like you sacrifice an artifact, you go get a different artifact, and you put it on the battlefield. Um, so the limit of that card is well, you get whatever the best artifact is, right? Um, so do you spend the rest of the game, the rest of the development of the game, for as long as you're making the game? Do you continue to just go like, oh well, we got to think about this card, so let's like rein in the power of card type, or do you just say, fuck this card, let's just get rid of it and print more interesting things? And I think that's point one, is that I think CLV does too many things. And the thought process of, hey, you know what, fuck this card, let's like just try and print new and interesting things. I think it's a better approach. And the other thing about CLV that I don't like is it is a, in my opinion, bad way to incentivize pitching for heroes that don't want to pitch. Um, like, because you mentioned, like, oh yeah, you want to pitch to keep CLV around. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about with this ban list, I was thinking about like, okay, well, what are like the standout like hero designs in terms of pitching, right? Because we saw these new Aurora cards, and it's like, well, you seem to actually want to be using your hero ability, and you need to like, you cannot just be Ravenous Rabble that deck. And to me, like one of the standout hero designs was Dromai, right? Where in its original incarnation, you pitch reds to make your resource, right? So it's like,
Mhm.
well, you want to be a red line deck, but you still need to pitch those cards. You have things like Flame Skill Furnace in order to like cheat on resources a bit, but you need to find ways to actually pitch, and you can't just like pitch 2 cards to play Thamai and then use one of those ash that it makes. That's not how that works. Which is a great design. And then they printed Tome of Imperial Flame, which to me kind of like was a way of saying like, okay, well, let's just like ignore the restriction. You're now online, like you're good to go.
Mhm.
And I think that that card kind of like made the hero, to me at least, a lot less interesting. Um, so that's like a huge issue I had with like Oscilio and Aurora, is like, well, how does Oscilio, what does Oscilio care about pitching for? It's like, well, you do this thing where you play like CLV and you play a sigil, but before the sigil resolves, you pitch to Volzar so that you can keep CLV around. And it's like, well, I'm pitching to Aurora to keep CLV around. And
Mhm.
I don't think you should be rewarded for having to interact with the pitch system. I think every hero should, because it's the best thing that Fab does. It's the most interesting thing about the game. Like no other game has a pitch system like Fab. So I think every hero, you should care about pitching to a certain extent, and you shouldn't just, it shouldn't be a you get rewarded for pitching cards by just like having better turns. Like you should have to like have the hero work. Like you should have to pitch in some way to make the hero like operate at all, is like my opinion. So to me, like Channel Lightning Valley going is kind of like an admission of like, yeah, like this card just does too much, and
Mhm.
like incentivizing pitching by saying like you'll get to draw cards like isn't great, when we could just like make heroes that actually care about like having to pitch, and like cards that like they need to pitch for that they want to be playing, instead of just like 0 for 4 go again, 0 for 4 go again. That's my rant on Channel Lightning.
Yeah, those are good points.
Yeah,
Counterpoint is that I had a set of signed cold foils.
that's your problem.
Now they're not good anymore. Now I can't use
Unlucky.
them for anything.
Play them in LL.
Ah, of course.
Wait.
Yeah. L.
Uh,
Briar. Is
I'll catch you for the next LL
they
event.
should, I they should bring LL.
it was really
They
close.
said they
I mean,
will.
Really
someday we
close.
will,
That's the
right?
plan. They're going to.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Yeah, No, that makes sense. I get why it went. I'm sure it will be replaced by something else. I think that was where some of the Aurora player frustration came from as well, was like we just don't know what's replacing any of the cool stuff. So we know that old Aurora is dead. We didn't at the time know what new Aurora looked like. Now we have Scorpio and Flashfoot, and it's a little more like, okay, I see where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna get what, like probably like 60, 80 new cards or something like that.
Oh yeah, we're getting a ton of like I've even tried theory crafting what new Aurora would look like, and you have to cut so much of what you were playing before. And
I
some of
think
that
that's
is, well, we
good.
were we were playing in Twine Lightning and we just can't anymore.
Mhm.
But even trying to put new Aurora together, it's like I'm cutting like E Strike, which was one of the staples from old Aurora, because I'm just looking at it like, well, it's not lightning, it doesn't have go again, it doesn't pitch. This is probably just not gonna work.
I
So they're
think
already doing like fun, interesting things with new Aurora. We just don't know what they are, and we only know what we lost.
yeah. I think that you're gonna feel that I think the hero is going to play in a way that's very similar, which is probably what that meant by like it's just gonna be as fun as you remember. Like if you like that play style, probably what she's gonna do. It's just
Mhm.
it's gonna be different. And the problem like especially like things like Skyward Serenade, which is getting banned, like I think I saw a post on like Blue Sky or something of someone going like I miss like Skyward Serenade was like one of my favorites, and it's like that was like the reason she LL'd was like the typo. So like that you should be upset about that card. Um so like having the hero like I think just like having it like pitch and like play these cards in a more interesting way is like really good. Like
Yeah.
like you probably still can do like some neat smaller hand stuff, but like I think between just how much armor she still will have access to and
Mhm.
also um like how much damage lightning can put out, it's good that it's not looking like just like, well, I'm going to copy and paste my Aurora deck list and we're good to go.
I also don't think that would be fun for Aurora players, to be honest. I think like with a new set of cards, I think it's more fun to have a puzzle to figure out. Like just having the same like 80 come out and like as soon as the new Aurora's out is kind of boring. I think the fun part about these new sets coming out is the puzzles of these new decks and like tinkering with them.
Like I wouldn't want Zen to be the same exact hero.
I'd want exact Kano. But
Exact
I want Kano, but his ability costs 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we only had Aurora for 6 months. We didn't
True.
have her long enough to get sick of it.
Well, you didn't, but I definitely got
Yeah,
sick of it.
agree to disagree,
Yeah.
shall we?
Agree to disagree. Like I understand that everyone has their favorite, but my God, was I tired of your favorite.
It was fine. You just play wax on, wax off. It was great.
I was playing Prism at the
Oh
time.
my god, the Zen Aurora matchup was so much fun.
Yeah, I feel actually kind of a bit of nostalgia for Aurora Zen. That was like one
The
of the
ol
more fun matchups in Fab, I think.
the only matchup where I had to cut Arc Lightning.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like I don't know, the Zen states were good.
It was such a level up for me
You
in that
just miss
matchup. It
Zen
was like, wait, this
states.
card
I
is
miss Zen
really
state too.
bad.
Marlon should be able to make his own state.
No, hopefully Aurora, with having to pitch and interact with her hero power, and you can't just do Rabble.deck, is going to make her. She will be similarly interesting to play as Aurora, but hopefully she is more fun to play against, and you feel like you have more counterplay into Aurora, or if you do get rolled by an Aurora, you feel like she earned it, and it wasn't just that she did 3 turns of 4 card 16s with a Channel Lightning out, and like, what were you going to do?
I think if you send disruption at her, she shouldn't just be able to go LOL and then still send an enormous turn.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
I mean, you still have the Aurora for
Summer Salt
Yeah,
going
so
is
the-
huge.
Yeah.
Like them not having a one card block 6. Like when I CNC you and you could just go block 2 cards, EMS them back, LOL. You know, I would
Because
much
there's
rather
always
just have an
that-
instant arsenal and I get blown out that way. Because like that
The
feels
worst
like
part
it's
about-
thematic for like what lightning is supposed to do.
The worst part about
You
EMS
blocking-
is like there's a split second where you don't think that they have that, and then they do, and you're like, shit. You're like, oh, I got cards, and you're like, no.
Well, you got card.
I got card.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Who did
goodness. My
I-
2 card play got 1 card. I got 2 for 1.
Yeah.
I forget what I was playing against, but I had like one game against it was, I feel like it was a guardian of some sort where I had my combo set up and I just needed to like live long enough. And they like send an erase face at me. And so I block with armor card and I EMS my attack back to hand, but I also give them their erase face. I'm like, I'm about to flipper combo you. I want you to have a red 2 block. And it was like relevant that I did that.
Oh.
Nice. That's disgusting. I love that.
Also on when Meteor Storm was spoiled, I went to Bluesky and just posted the picture of it with a smiley face, that just kind of like rubbing it. I also said like it's very funny to me because Crucible of Aether Weave lets you do it on both turns in a turn cycle, and this does not. I think the weapon's fine, but it is funny to like I think I posted the scene from Toy Story 2 where Al's just like crying because he lost the toys. I'm like, this is how Oscilio players must feel.
What if this Volzar ends up being more broken than the original?
That's not possible.
It
Yeah,
can't possibly
the other
be.
one is Storm, the mechanic on a weapon.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
This is the most broken mechanic we've ever seen in Magic, and they're like, what if we just made that a 0 cost for Oscilio? How did that feel?
Yeah. Sounds. I have a hard time imagining it's any way, shape, or form better.
I think this new one's also interesting because it works with old Oscilio's hero ability, like his hero ability.
Yeah.
So I think part of the reason this happened is you got a lot of people going like, well, the real hero ability is Volzar. It's like, well, no, it actually fucking isn't.
Yeah.
So like this is like, well, now you actually want to discard an instant to amp, and you get to amp 1 because that's an honest number and not fucking 12 or whatever it is.
Well, so what it reminds me of is Lexi and Voltaire. And
Yeah.
back when Lexi was just like best deck in the format, there was nothing else. You could play old him and like try, but it was just Lexi that people would say, well, what can you ban from Lexi? And I felt like I think I was on the like ban Codex. Weirdly at the time, like, God, I wish Codex was just an assassin card. Then it would be balanced.
Oh no.
God.
It was like you could ban Codex, you could ban Rain Razors, 3 of a kind. Like there were so many options. I feel like occasionally I'd read someone make a case for banning Voltaire. And the response is, well, Voltaire is the hero. You can't ban Voltaire or else Lexi just dies. And it's really interesting that now, 3 years later, they're like, actually, you could just ban. Oh, Oscilio is Volzar. Volzar's banned.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, that's
I don't think hero
interesting. You would
should
not
be
have
the
done
weapon.
that before.
Like, I think a hero ability should be like a thing that matters, right?
I mean, Marlin's kind of the weapon.
Hammerhead, you mean?
Hammerhead, yeah.
Hammerhead's kind of Marlin?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, Marlin doesn't get to load.
The gold is important.
Kind of, but like
The gold's important.
four overpower returns. I don't know.
Like 4 overpower is really good, but like you need to like draw cards with Marlin in order to load.
Yeah, I guess it's not exactly this.
But like, yeah, like the Volzar is the hero ability thing. Like I think if you're saying that about a weapon like the hero, but like Luminaris is another great example of like yeah, that's like not good to have for the game. Luminaris is like broken bullshit. And so like Volzar being the thing of like, oh, like this is the hero, like that's indicative of like the card is too strong.
I think like Starfall was too, actually. Come to think of it, like Starfall did just allow you to do deck building where you can say, yeah, I can put 15 finishers in my deck. And if I ever draw 2 in the same hand, one of them's my weapon now.
Yeah. This is like part of the reason. Like because I think you at one point said like, yeah, like the real hero ability for Aurora is Essence of Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, well, that's what we're trying to avoid.
And they did.
It's kind of the same thing with
she no
Jarl.
longer has Essence of Lightning.
Where he just,
Jarl
like,
has the
the
same
big card
problem.
pool and like doesn't really have an like his identity is just he's a guardian with a big fucking card pool. You know, we can just give him Winter's Well back. I think it would fix a lot of problems.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Immediately.
I feel like there's
Okay,
a fair
yeah.
version of Winter's Well. Like if you pitch an ice card or if you pitch an Earth, it gets like.
Yeah, Earth. If you pitch Earth, it gets +1. If you pitch an Ice, it gets on hit Frostbite.
Yeah.
And if you pitch both, it does both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And and it comes in for 3 base, right?
Of course.
Okay, that doesn't seem terrible.
Yeah, that's like fixed winners all kind of.
Yeah, that actually is
It's
fine.
just better Redwood Hammer.
I thought the proposal was it comes in for 4 base, and I was like, no, what
No.
the like I was
The
like,
Wizard Whale.
what is wrong with you? No, that actually seems fair. But
It does tilt me that Oscilio's new keyword is Starfall. I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Those are
you
the
Well, no,
see,
fucking
he literally
Starfall.
is Starfall.
I
He is
didn't. I would
Starfall.
not have made that trade.
I posted that. I was like, yeah, why did Aurora do that? Is she
You're telling me
stupid?
that I could have, if I had been asked, do I want to keep my same cool weapon or have 2 Oscilios? I would have killed Oscilio. 100%.
So bad. Why would she do that? Is she friends with Oscilio in the lore? If there's any lore people who want me to do a lore reading of like how that happened, like what the
Yeah.
thought process was for Aurora going like, I gotta bring Oscilio back, like you can find it, I'll read it for you. But you have to
I
pay
think
me to do it.
what you should do is like how you guys do F tier Fridays.
Yeah.
You should do like a weekly lore video.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, no,
Dean's the lore half of the channel.
no one got the joke, right? Well, like people, so the people who got the Polycranka joke video, like the people who understood why that was funny, like they're the real one. But
Yeah.
there was a number of people who thought it was a real lore video, and I think I was like doing the reading a little too well at first. I was trying to mispronounce things as much as I could and like say things stupidly, in like this stupid whisper voice that like baddie video. But like there's like multiple people are like, you should do more lore videos. I'm like, oh, like there's other people who are like good at that who like actually know the lore. I was just like
Making a joke.
I was making a joke about Polycranka. Yeah, but I don't understand the trade of like, oh well, let's get rid of Star. Well, and I didn't like Starfall as a weapon, but I mean better than a second Oscilio.
Can I interest you in making a lore video about why the Aurora trading Starfall for Oscilio, but without having read any of the lore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not
get up
going
the
to.
plot.
Like, if you just give me a script, I will read it for you out loud. I won't even proofread. I'll just like do it in one go. I'll just like zone out and like not understand what I'm saying, and then I'll be like, "Oh God."
All right. Do we have any final talk? Like, do we want to talk about like Nats or upcoming Pro Tour?
We can talk about that
Yeah.
later. I think we've
Okay.
As it gets closer.
Cool.
We got. Do you think so? We have 3 CC callings between now and US Nats.
Cool.
Do we think any other hero is going to LL?
How close is Oscilio?
Not close.
Not close.
536.
Not close. So not enough.
I think Prism we're maybe,
The
but
only
like
hero, so Fi's at 856. The only hero, and he's number 2. The only hero that I think could conceivably do it is Prism. She's at 951.
Hey,
So
but
she
she needs
wins
to like win
a
some.
calling.
Yeah.
Which I
If
don't think she
Victor
can
gets 3 in a row, he could do it, but I don't think he is going to.
I think
I
this
think
is
Victor's
going to
more
be
likely to
better
get 3 in a row than Prism is going to.
I
Yeah,
agree with
one.
that actually.
Maybe I should play some Prism at some point. But yeah, I can't imagine a hero LLs between now and Nats. I hopefully will be able to get to Nats. I'm dealing with nightmare getting the government. Oh, trying to get my real ID so I can fly. But yeah,
Do you have your
and I think
passport?
I should. Well, okay.
Funny story.
Funny story. It went through the wash. Otherwise,
I'm
I
sure
would.
if you can just get a replacement passport, it's like the passport works instead of the real ID for me at least.
Well, the other issue with that is we live in a society.
we do live in
like
a society.
yeah, like there's like a whole bunch of issues with like getting my passport replaced that I'd rather not go through right now. Also, it's all contingent. I would still need a piece of paperwork that I don't have and I don't know where it is, and so I had to like send a sealed letter to the government in Portland, like to a court with like an affidavit I had to sit in front of a notary for to get this document unsealed so I can get it, because in 2021 I was like, seal this, I won't need this again. So that's what I'm going through. Yeah, like if you
Pain.
keep your documents safe, people. That's my advice to you. But yeah, hopefully I'll be there to see you announce, and if not, I will be there in Vegas with Aurora. That's for sure. Aurora's going to both be
Begrudgingly.
yeah,
In Vegas.
yeah. Aurora's going to be there at both of them.
Yeah.
I will.
I'm leaving you behind if you don't get it.
If I don't get it, I will watch the cats. But I would like to because I would like to go with you, and I don't like the cats. They're annoying.
I like it. Yeah.
I also like them. Cool. Yeah, but
anything else we want to?
Don, how about you?
No, I think we covered it. Yeah, we'll think we should do another one after spoilers, possibly before Nats.
I mean,
If
like
not
Yeah,
before
I
Nats,
think we'll
before
definitely have one
folklore.
like sometime like middle through the end of next month.
Okay,
Mhm.
Cool.
you do a little outro.
Yeah, Rob, do you have anything that you
Or-
want to? Oh,
Or I can like do an outro.
oh, we're just plugging right now.
Oh yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can do an outro.
I've been kind of sick for a little while, been out of things, been a little bit burnt down on Fab, but I will be coming back with some videos hopefully next week. I will hopefully doing some interviews with some people who placed pretty well with Guardian very recently. So keep your eyes out for that. And then I finally got these tokens in, and orders for those will start to go out very soon.
Nice.
Aurora and I've got a spoiler coming up. We have built a couple of props for it that are actually super cool, and like it's going to be neat. So look forward to that. That's coming on May 3rd, and then this is coming. There's a Goliath video coming out, which will have already came out by the time you're listening to it. So I don't know what the next week's content is because it's coming out Monday. So if you're listening to this, hello, happy Monday. Aurora, do you have anything you want to mention? Nope. Oh, okay, cool. So why don't you give us an outro, I guess?
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to go check out John on Lupinefiasco and also Rob on OllinTogether when he comes back to grace us with his Guardian videos.
Cool.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. All right.
All right. Catch y'all later.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.